What's up, pole queens? Welcome back to my pole tutorial series. Today we're going to be working on a more intermediate move. It is our invert. When first learning how to invert, I find it much more accessible to begin from a kneeling position. So we're going to have our inside leg in a lunge, our back leg at a 90-degree angle. We're going to take our inside arm and we're going to come into our baseball grip. So my inside arm is on the bottom. My outside arm is going to reach across and it is at about chest height. I'm in my baseball grip. From here, I am going to begin to shift my weight forward into my inside leg and pull my back leg up and through. This is our beginner position. We're coming into this fun little one leg position. I'm in my baseball grip. My outside leg is extended. So baseball grip, shift my weight into my inside leg, pull my back leg, come up onto the toes of my inside foot, and then return back into my lunge. To progress this motion, we are going to do the same thing, but we are going to kick off of our inside leg and invert. I'm shifting my weight into my inside leg, pulling my back leg through, and then I'm gonna kick and bounce. Kicking, getting comfortable with being off the ground for a few seconds at a time. If that felt accessible for you, now it's time to fully invert. So we're gonna do the exact same thing, but I'm going to think about leaning back. I want to lean back and bring my hips up. Invert entirely comes from my hips and my low core. If I'm not engaging my low core and my hips and trying to move them up, I will not make it into my invert and it will look a little bit like this. So this is a sad invert. This is a happy invert. My hips are above my shoulders. Once you've been able to invert with your hips above your shoulders from the kneeling position a few times on both sides, you can then begin to try it from a standing position. Beginners often will do this fun little kicking motion and using their momentum to come up, which is fine, but that's not how we want to learn how to invert forever. We eventually want to make it come from our core and our hip strength. So when I'm using my body strength instead of momentum, it's going to look more like this. It's a much more controlled descent. The last little pointer I will give you for your invert is to keep your arms engaged. Oftentimes, we come into our invert and we let our arms relax and straighten out, which doesn't look bad. It just makes it a lot harder for us to stay engaged in our arms and transition into other tricks after our invert. Ideally, when you invert, you're going to keep this bottom arm a little bit bent. Your top arm will likely straighten, but you will still have a bend in your inside arm. So happy inverting. I hope this helps. Make sure you are doing some core strengthening drills, strengthening your hip flexors, and practicing safely. I love you all so much. I'll see you next time.